There is a chamber called Al-Gai, in which the punishment is so severe and unimaginable that the inmates of the 6 other levels of hell pray 400 times a day to avoid it too. There else the Jabal Hazan, or Well of Sorrow. It has vats of boiling pus, and poison the inmates of hell will drink from 3. B lake known as the Abi Hamim is so hot that the person made to drink, it feels fire going down his throat into his body. The Prophet P once remarked that if 1 drop of the muck of hell fell on the world, it would be completely polluted. Bodies will be stretched, pulled, and broken repeatedly, and then the process will restart all over again. The wrongdoers will be made to eat from a horrifying tree called the Tree of Zakum, whose fruit are barbed devil heads that stick in the throat. Its roots are in the very bottom of hell itself. There will be creatures which resemble snakes and scorpions which will harass people and sting them constantly. Boiling liquid fire will be poured over them, and some will be in chains, dragged through the tormenting fields of fire. Others will have Yoko around their neck and will have black clouds raining flaming chains upon them. Darkness and wailing and cries of pain will be all that they hear. There will be no fragrances except rot. There will be no let-up and no breaks from the punishment. Every time they ask for a break, the punishment will be doubled for 1,000 years, until Allah decides to hear their cries. Then another 1,000 years of doubled punishment will follow if and until they will drink from fountains of fire, wear clothes made of burning sulfur, and have their tongues stretched from their bodies. Hypocrites will have their cheeks ripped out repeatedly. Women who used to dress only to attract men's eyes will be deformed. Arrogant people will be reduced to the size of ants and will be made to drink the puddles of blood and pus that collect on hell's floors. Chapter 11. People who never got up for their morning prayers will have their heads smashed with huge boulders repeatedly. People who used to talk a lot and gossip will have their lips cut off with sharp razors. Other people will be made to cut off pieces of their own body and will then have to eat the pieces. They used to backbite and talk about others behind their backs. People who always used to find fault with others will have fingernails made of copper. They will be made to scratch their own faces repeatedly. People who accept riba or interest money will have squirming snakes filling their bellies. They will be chained to the floor, and the other inmates of hell will trample them under their feet. A person who cheated on their spouse will be made to sit between 2 piles of meat. 1 pile will be fresh and tasty, while the other will be rotten. They will be made to devour the rotten meat to show them how bad they were in doing adultery.